Welcome back. You're listening to Spot On with Vernon Derby, the People's Program. Thank you very much for staying with me. And coming up right now is Talk Your Talk. And of course, we have on the line Mr. Colin Smith. Who is Colin Smith? Colin Smith is everything. I don't know where to start. He's an artist, he's a musician, he's an architect. What I should ask him, what is that? Good afternoon, my friend. How are you?
I am very well, my friend. Nice talking with you.
Well, I say you're everything. I don't know where to start.
No, I'm not everything at all. And let me just correct one thing. I am not an architect in the true sense of the word, since I did not go to school for architecture. I did technical drawings in.
So if that is so, it means therefore the singers are not singers. Dancers are not dancers because they did not go to dancing school.
All right, okay. But
and by the way, let me tell you something. When Flatbridge was being built, there was no school of architecture or whatever you call engineering school.
I take the point.
And Flatbridge is still standing, while the bridge is built by engineers who have their masters and their doctorates.
Yes.
Great to have you, my friend. Tell me by the way, where are you now, by the way? Where you living?
I am in Florida, where I've been residing for the past almost 25 years.
But I hear that you take the people in place and turn it into Jamaica.
Well, listen, I am a Jamaican, and wherever I go, I take Jamaica. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Right.
Whatever I am, have been, and will be predominantly Jamaica. Of course, I've got experiences elsewhere, but they're only complementary to that Jamaican grounding.
All right. Time is short. You will have to talk to us again. This is just wetting your feet this
yes, sir.
Afternoon. Where are you from, though? I hope you're from a good parish like Trelawney. It's only good parish in the country.
Yes, as a matter of fact, Trelawney is quite close to that very good parish. In fact, it is so good they call it St. Bess.
Oh,
but popularly known as St. Elizabeth.
Yes, George wants to tell about St. Bess. He says St. Bess are the best.
Yeah, the best. And St. Elizabeth,
right.
Those who don't know. And from a district called Woodlands, which a lot of people don't know, but several outstanding Jamaicans have emerged from that little district. It's amazing. It's something you might want to research one day.
I do have to research. I'm quite aware. I know more than you think I know, so you stay. You want me to tell them about Woodland? They call it Woodland because it's a whole heap of woodland. And your people, the generation who have a whole heap of land down there. Oh, I think I don't know enough, so you stay there.
Okay.
Right. Now, tell me about your involvement. You seem to have a love of, well, beside artistic things, you're an artist, right?
Yes, I am.
But you have a love for cultural things. I understand that the national pantomime, which has died and buried, somehow you seem to have resurrected it, or some form of it, in America.
Yes, well, music and drama and all these things are arts. They're complementary.
Yes.
And pantomime, and in particular this one, was written by two persons who were deeply involved in Jamaican culture, namely Mrs. Norma Derby. And,
I wonder if I'm a generation. You just say good afternoon for her for me, you see.
I will certainly do that. She spelled her name wrongly, though, because...
I know! I was going to tell you, it's the ERBY. And let me tell you, the reason we're all related, because the whole Derby family, they're into cultural things. There's one outstanding choreography up there. Quite a few of them into music and dancing and singing.
Right.
And I myself, I was still a dramatist.
Good. Mm-hmm. And the other person was Father Easton Lee.
So yes, I know Easton. I worked with him as a matter of fact in a pantomime. Mm-hmm. But he died some years ago, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This pantomime came about because subsequent to the death of the Louise Bennett Coverley, Miss Lou.
Yes.
An organization.
You want me to tell you what Miss Lou sound like?
Yes.
Locks, my child. I want to tell you what I said, girl, come sit down side of me, you say? I said, just move yourself. I can't take you at all, you know.
Spread out, spread out.
Just spread out. Oh, yes. Continue.
Fantastic icon.
Yes, man.
A group of friends got together and decided we really need to keep Miss Lou's legacy alive.
Right.
And so Norma Derby headed this movement in which involved Father Lee,
And she's a
myself.
singer, right? Norma Derby.
Yes, yes, she's a folklorist.
Right.
Founder of
And she
the
went to Arden too, I think.
yes, indeed.
You say I know
There
everything.
you go. You know your thing. You know your thing.
Yes.
And founder of the Jamaican Folk Review, which
Right.
I am currently the director of, her having retired.
But
Thought that a good way of preserving Miss Lou's legacy was through the Jamaican Folk Review would present a program which would use Jamaican folk music and would tell some of the stories about Jamaica in the way Miss Lou would have done it. And so she wrote this play, and after she wrote it, she called Father Lee and says, Father Lee, you are an experienced man in this thing. Have a look at it and see
Yes.
what happens. And he then did some, fine tuning to it. And so it is. It was presented in 2011. And it ran for one performance. And it was a sold out. We went to the Miramar Cultural Center with a theater of 700. And by estimates, there was an equal number of people outside who couldn't get in.
yes,
But we
and
didn't have,
that is a very large place because I've performed there. It's a very large,
there you go.
as far as I know.
And we just couldn't get a date to have repeated it, and from one thing to the other.
Right.
So as this organization called Louise Bennett Covell Heritage Council was formed to preserve Miss Lou's legacy. And some of the things we highlighted we wanted to do was to have a means by which we could get training for Jamaican children and persons in general who wanted to write a little bit more about Jamaican culture, learn a little bit more about Jamaican culture, the language, the literature, and so on. And we started off with a reading festival where we invited poets and writers to come and read Jamaican stories, recite their poetry.
It's like Malachi and so.
Yeah, exactly. And then I had
I just heard from him this morning, actually.
exactly. In fact, he co-directed this pantomime with me.
Okay.
And we had the mentor band, the Talawa mentor band, of which
Yes.
I'm the
Me, so don't
director.
better than the Jamaica. But it's not easy, don't go for it. Oh, no,
Yes.
farm, you meant to ban up the me, so no, easy at all,
No, you know what is interesting?
Yes.
I've been getting a lot of calls from in Jamaica for a mentor band to perform in Jamaica.
They don't call for the pantomime yet, though.
One or two have,
The only concern that I have is that the World Theatre is the best place to have it. It's
Yes.
the only theatre, I think, the little theatre be too small. But it's sad.
Yeah.
The thing is, although we have certain things have died in Jamaica, it's good to know
Yeah.
that you are over there and you're really carrying the culture. All of you over there. I'm really proud of you because let me tell you something. When you leave Jamaica, quite a number of Jamaicans are now residing in Florida there and the rest of America. It can be a cultural shock. Yes, but let me tell you, and I don't know if you think about it, because I guess you just do it because you have the talent and you love it. But can you imagine you leave Jamaica and you head to North America, different culture, you can have a culture shock. But when you see Jamaicans there who are involved in things Jamaican, love them bammy and all them something and encourage go to, because you love Jamaican food and you're salty, or you call it ton cornmeal. It makes you feel that
you run down and
you
things
run
like
down, right? It makes you feel as if that you are still at home. So it's very important, to maintain that culture. But you also play an instrument too, right? Am I right?
A few of them, yes.
You also sing?
Yes, I do.
Well, you better sing a line now, I'm sorry for you. I want to boil it up though. I'm
No,
serious.
I'll sing a song of a song which I wrote, and I did it deliberately, and you will understand. It's called Sweet Jamaica.
Okay.
And it says, if you come from a land where it snows and you want some sand in your toes, go on down to Negril for all your joys to fulfill. I'm talking about my Jamaica, my sweet Jamaica. Go on down to Jamaica and you can have a lot of fun. From Kingston to Westmoreland, Montego Bay to Portland, the island is full of fun with the coconut and the white rum. We talk about my Jamaica, my sweet Jamaica. Come on down to Jamaica and you can have a lot of fun. We have two more verses, but
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, having a lot of fun here. Listen, where get the deep baritone from? Where you get it from? You know, easy.
boy, I have had it since teenage. I don't recall. It's one of those things. You get it.
But
Yeah.
you see, your problem, God give you so much talent and he never leave it with people like me. Because
No, but you have it. You have
here
it.
it is. You see, but you are very talented, extremely. And I saw some of your work, and I'm going to post them up, so persons can see your wonderful artwork and the work that you're doing. Now, I gather that you're going to be having that pantomime, and so Jamaicans in what? Is it Lauderhill or?
Lauderhill, not just Lauderhill, South
Yes.
Florida in general. Lauderhill, all the cities in South Florida here are within 20 minutes from each other.
Yes.
So, but Lauderhill up here is popularly called Jamaica Hill. And
I know my cousins live there too.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I particularly wanted to have taken that pantomime to Lauderhill because it has the highest concentration of Jamaicans.
Right.
And I found that the children did not know a lot about Jamaicans.
Exactly. Just a sec for those who are just joining me. We are talking with Colin Smith, Jamaican, who is now living in Florida, who I think he has been recognized recently for his work in terms of promoting Jamaican culture there in the United States of America. Back to you, Colin.
Yes, sir. And so I wanted, because we brought the National Dance Theatre last year, and the year before we had the Jamaican folk singers.
Right.
You know,
Quite familiar with them. I won't tell you
yes,
to what extent.
yeah. I'm a foundation member of that
Yes, I'm
group.
quite aware of that. But the founder used to be at the Knox College, which I attended. Yep.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So I know all the founders of NDTC also.
Okay.
And my
So
favorite song for them is we go again. Oh Lord, I want to go. And if I don't have the words, go, I
I
want
want
to
to
go. Over the river, I want to
go.
go.
I
Only
only the
righteous
righteous
forward will
shall
go.
go.
Only the righteous forward will go. I am
Yes,
hiya,
you
hiya.
cross the river and wash your sins
Way
away,
away,
away.
away. Yeah. I love to have fun, so you know that
Yes,
one.
yes, yes.
That's always from St. Thomas, right?
Well, then you should know that good because that is the real master rhythm there, that Kumina rhythm,
Yeah, man.
you know?
Of
Yeah,
course, I know it. I've been involved. So hiya, hiya.
yes. One of the interesting things that
Yes.
I've been doing, I've been mixing the Kumina rhythm with mento.
Okay.
So, for example, I have a mento band in Jamaica, and the drummers are two Kumina drummers.
Okay, interesting.
Yes, yes,
So this
yes.
show, when are you going to have the show, by the way? And I have an interest in the arts in terms of helping to socialize our people to be great citizens. We have challenges right across the world, and I believe that we can use such cultural things to socialize us, in terms of working together, coming together as a people. To what extent you see your work there in Florida helping Jamaicans to be united?
I'll tell you some little snippets, and it's so simple. When we had this pantomime that we're having, we have included some very young children,
Yes.
5 years old, 7, 9, in the pantomime. And they were born here, of course, you know. And the mother, first report I got, the mother of the youngest one, a 5-year-old girl,
Yes.
who, when she, before the show started, invited her best little girlfriend from her class to come and see the show. Eventually, 5 of these children came.
Yes.
And when she went to school after the weekend of the show on the Monday morning, all the children in her class formed an honor guard for her to enter the class.
Oh.
And ask her to perform something from the pantomime. And the young lady went and did Linstead Market. Now, what was interesting about Linstead Market, because of my association with Olive Lewin, I have never played Linstead Market the way that most people do, which is carry me a go Linstead Market.
Not a quati was sell. Yeah.
Right.
Not that way.
It's a lament.
It's a lament.
Little girl,
yes,
even before she went to school, said to her mother, I love that song. It's a beautiful song.
Yes.
I want to get all the words. And her mother went on the internet and started to find all versions. She says, no, not that one, not that one, not that one. Until she found Olive Lewin's version,
yes,
which is, carry me a key, go all instead market. Not a quati what sell. You know, very classical, but it's a lament.
It's a lament. It is really a lament.
And that's what the little girl sang. Unbeknownst to me, because that's how I did it in the pantomime.
Yeah.
We have a very good tenor. He used to be with Carrie Folk Singers.
What's his name?
Neville Williams.
Yes, one. Mm-hmm.
And Neville delivered a fantastic version of it.
So hi to Neville for me, Carrie Folk Singers. I used to be. I've taken them on shows when they were so I'm quite familiar with them.
And this was the song she did, and her mother says she's so enamored. And to me,
you know why? It has emotions, because it's real. Here's a market woman who went, and it's hard on these people when not a quati.
Not a quati.
Would I say that a dollar was sell? No.
There you go.
Yes, yes.
And there's a lot of...
we only have a minute left, Colin. Only have a minute left.
Lord.
Yes.
We need another time.
Oh, you'll be back though. When is the show, by the way? You'll be back, don't worry. When is the show?
It's on Sunday coming at 4:30 at the Lauderhill Performing Arts Center over there in Lauderhill. And again, we're looking forward to having a good house.
Yeah.
Because, the public response was tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
They kept calling the theater. When are these people coming back? We heard about it. Sorry we didn't get it. And plus, there were people who saw it.
Right.
And wanted to come to see it again. And the theater was really overwhelmed in that they said it's the best house they've had in the theater since its opening. So we're going to encourage you to come back. So we're giving you the theater. We're only going to charge you for the cost of the staff. Come back and and do
we have to run now though, and I'm going to be keeping in touch with you because we can be heard in that area, and therefore I'd love to hear from you what is happening and for us to keep abreast of what's happening in the Jamaican community, not only in Fort Lauderdale but in New York, Canada, all over. And I know that you're in touch with the diaspora, so we'll be talking.
I am indeed, and there's a lot more because there's a lot more happening. We have a lot of plans coming up, and
I have to go now though, but we'll talk again. We just might talk one day next week again. And what you'll do, you'll probably get some members of the mentor band. The quality might be a little bit compromised, but you never can tell. We can get them on air. All right, and I hope you record the pantomime. Please hope you videotape it so we can see it. All right.
Okay, my friend. God bless and thank you so much for helping to spread the word with us.
Yes.
Thank you.
And for helping to keep in touch with the diaspora. That's what we want to do. Thank you very much, Mr. Colin Smith. He's everything, yes. Himself not an architect, but trust me, he has designed some beautiful buildings. He's an artist, he's a singer. There are quite a few things I didn't even get to mention today, but we will be talking with him in the future. This is Spot On with Vernon Derby, the People's Program. I'm going to go for the break right now. Soon come back. Don't move.